the audience is even laughing, dude. It's like a Blood Bowl situation.
Evil is the new good? ? Spoilers. You know what song goes incredibly hard? By design, but...
Anything by Uncle Kracker.
You know what? That's my bad for leaving too much breathing room.
Why. You can't turn around and say goodbye.
Oh my god. Yeah, so I was gonna say Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, what you said too, I guess. Yeah, I have never listened to the song until maybe 3 months ago was the first time I'd ever heard it. Maybe last summer, somewhere in that ballpark. Mm-hmm. And I really want to just punch younger me in the face for being so stupid about so many things. Because I could have been enjoying some really fun, just here for a good time pop music. And instead, I was too busy being grouchy about the concept of Miley Cyrus being not good, you know?
Which is, I mean, that's fair. Nobody likes a Nepo baby. Everyone's talking about it now.
They're very true. A lot of people are against her on that.
Now all of a sudden it's cool to hate rich people. Oh, rich people have privilege. Yeah, of course. That's the crux of not only the problem in Hollywood, but everywhere.
Many people have been saying
it's bad that Claro gets an album. Wait till you find out about oil companies. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been digging it. It's a fun song. It's I love the bass and the synth in it. It's all really solid. Yeah,
it was it's one of those songs that's it kind of popped off. It popped off. It lived, it died, and then it kind of came back and had a renaissance. And then I think even the renaissance has kind of died, and now it just exists. I feel like there was a time when it was not just people being oh, it's nice to listen to this kind of music sometimes, but people coming all the way back around and being it's actually the best.
And when you're just here to have a good time,
maybe there's just things are good for different reasons at different times.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's good music.
Yeah, it's like LMFAO.
Oh yeah, LMFAO.
Yeah, it's the same thing where it's is this high art? Of course, it's fucking not high art. It's like the fucking Hard Times article. It's yeah, it's Mamma Mia 2, you sick son of a bitch. What did you expect? Oh, Mamma Mia 2 is not the best movie ever. Of course it's not, dude. It's Mamma Mia 2. Shut the fuck up. But then there's sometimes that level of criticism is valid. With things like Avatar that are this is groundbreaking cinema. And then things like Mamma Mia 2 are Mamma Mia again. And you're okay. Those are both... one of those is I'm dumb, and the other one's I'm actually the smartest person in the room, while being even dumber than Mamma Mia 2.
Sometimes you need to just let something that's fluff be fluff, because I've been warming up to the existence of Mamma Mia recently too. I kind of really want to watch it because I've seen TikToks of Pierce Brosnan definitely not hitting a single note, and I'm I need that in my life.
It's a really fun time. I remember it's one of those movies that I didn't back before I had any movies, but my sister was just old enough to start buying DVDs and stuff.
Yeah.
I was had a very limited selection of not my parents, but it was my sister's, but I could still just watch it. And so Mamma Mia was one of those movies that my sister owned, but I didn't have any movies of my own, so it's by default one of the 5 I had to choose. So I watched Mamma Mia I don't know, probably twice.
Oh, nice. I know it's one of Nina's comfort movies. It's not up there with what is it? 10 Things I Hate About You. Yeah, it's not that high up there, but it's pretty high up there in the I love this movie scale of things.
Yeah, I mean, I feel 10 Things I Hate About You and Mamma Mia kind of hit a similar vein.
They definitely do.
Not fully, but just in a hey, you want a movie that was just a movie in a parentheses great way? It's yeah, it's just a really good version of the thing it's doing. Mamma Mia is just a good stand-up fun musical that uses because typically those jukebox musicals are kind of ass, but it's a really great jukebox musical for what it's worth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I'm warming up to things I used to think are bad, or perhaps just straight up bad media recently. And I think that this is a good time of my life. I'm having a very enjoyable time with it because there's something about sitting down and watching, hypothetically, the first 2 Resident Evil movies and the 2001 Lara Croft movie that really puts your whole life in perspective.
I mean, You know, I hate to break it to you, but I've seen all 7 of the Resident Evil movies.
I'm not gonna lie, the only reason we watched Lara Croft was because the 3rd Resident Evil movie was not streaming, so we had to take a break from that.
That's one of the best. Was that Apocalypse?
No, Apocalypse is 2. Apocalypse has hands down.
No, Extinction's 3. Yeah.
The funniest scene where
just wait till you watch Extinction.
A lady gets bit by the zombies and she's like, I know what happens when you're bitten. So she jumps off a building, and then the Umbrella Corp hitmen who are going around shooting zombies rush over to the edge and look down, and it crash zooms in on her dead body, Family Guy death posed down on the ground with no sound at all. It's just like a zoom camera sound, and it's just like, what is this? Why would you do that? Absolutely loved it.
Peter's fucking dead. Lois, I don't think this is the time for that. Yeah, what's your favorite like part of those movies because are you familiar with the Resident Evil games at all?
I am lightly familiar with them. I've played 7 and 8. I know the basic concept of 4, and if we're being honest, that's about it.
Because 2, like the second movie, Apocalypse, is very loosely based on Resident Evil 3.
Yeah.
But like they're really funny because imagine if someone was like, hey, I'm going to adapt this video game into a movie. And they're like, awesome, it's got like a cool main character and this is the plot. And they're like, okay, we're going to take the main character and make him a side character. What if the main character is my wife? That's the plot of Resident Evil Apocalypse.
That's who she is?
Yeah, it's Mila Jovovich is the director's wife. And Jill Valentine is the main character of Resident Evil 3. Who's really almost the only character. There's 3 or 4 more that are like, important, but Jill Valentine is like the player character.
Yeah.
And Alice is like
Jill Valentine, the director's
is
wife, like sidelined in this movie into just such a nobody.
Yeah, because she was the main character of the game, and this guy's like, my wife has to be the main character of the movie. So we can't have 2 main characters, but we want to adapt the game, so we have to have her in there. But it's all about how my wife is secretly like the greatest Mary Sue to ever marry Sue.
She is such a Mary Sue. I love the entire, the fact that so much of the plot revolves around her not remembering things. That's really good. I love that. It's like the whole plot is just, oh, I don't remember anything. I have terrible amnesia.
But if I did remember, I'd be too powerful.
Yeah, and every time she remembers something, like Apocalypse ends with her getting brain powers. Like she almost killed someone through a camera. What the hell is that?
I should just remembering more.
Right, that is what happens. When you use 100% of your brain, that's what happens.
Yeah, it doesn't get better.
God, I love that.
Ever. Yeah. It's like a franchise. That's the really funny part to me.
Is that the franchise, exists, or that his wife is the main character?
It's the fact that he made his wife the most OP story revolves around her character. And then was like, I'm going to adapt a series of games that are beloved by many people into a series of films that are completely unrelated and about my wife being cooler than everyone who is there.
It's so good. It's honestly...
It's the ultimate wife guy move.
It's the ultimate wife guy move, and it's also one of the reasons that, I'm going to say it, this is my bold, controversial statement. The Resident Evils are decent video game movies because of that choice. I'm hearing the silence, and
they made the one Netflix series that apparently is complete ass. So maybe you're right. We haven't received a good one in any capacity. So
because it's not bad because it's trying to be a video game movie, which many movies
bad
suffer
because
the crime
he's
of.
Stupid.
Exactly. It's just bad because it's not good.
It's bad because he just didn't make that good of a movie and then did a weird job adopting the plot.
Mm-hmm. And that's good.
And that's great.
Fine.
Yeah,
I love that. I'm an even bigger fan of the fact that all in all, it's just a bad fun movie. I was watching Tomb Raider last night as well, as I mentioned before.
Thank God. Yeah.
And Tomb Raider is really bad. And I don't know how I didn't know that the movie existed.
Oh, it's Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
They tried.
I have never seen someone try to make a human being look less like a human being in my life. She did not look like a real thing. It looked like they were working so hard to make her into a cartoon character. And a video game thing, they tried to give her pointy boobs.
Yeah,
because
it's
that
badass.
was, which I understand why, but
Because it's cool.
Exactly, because it's so cool. But like, if they're gonna do that, like at least let her face not look like that. Like they really did a lot of work to make her face look exactly like Lara Croft in the game.
Yeah, they really did not have to do any of that because they didn't do that to every other human. Like if they would have taken every single human being in the movie and like low polyed them.
Right? Like that would have been one thing, but no,
worked.
we got the weirdest American Daniel Craig, which was, you know, fun.
Well, you know, we had like Angelina Jolie being British, so, you know, because she is British in that movie, right? Or no?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's being
it was like
British,
a trade.
And he's being American.
I didn't know Daniel Craig was in that movie, honestly. Mm-hmm. Anybody else that I should know about?
You know what? Let me find out.
Yo, what if J.K. Simmons was in there?
I have so much good news for you. J.K. Simmons was the villain. No.
I would have lost my mind. I'll say it, though. J.K. Simmons got to be one of the most slept-on actors.
Is he?
I think so, because I feel like he's just, like, old, bald guy. And that's, like... So, like, even though he's good, nobody cares.
Oh, we got John Voight.
You know? Let me get a picture. Let me get a visual of John Voight.
He was in Anaconda.
No, not as iconic.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no, he's not as iconic.
I think he may be more slept on, but I don't think he's as good. No offense to John Voight, that doesn't mean he's bad. It just means like big shoes.
I'm trying to find some of these other people, and I got to be honest, I'm having a terrible time of it.
What about John Malkovich? He's like J.K. Simmons for like losers.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it, I'm sticking to it.
You know what? I'll give it to you. Why not? I don't mind John Malkovich, but like
I don't either. I actually like him. I think he's a talented actor, but he's just J.K. Simmons for losers. Yo, he appeared as J.K. Simmons played Dale Earnhardt's dad in a movie, not in real life. That would have been crazy.
Oh, damn. I was so excited. I thought that maybe, just maybe, he got to be Dale Earnhardt's dad. How wild would that be? But no, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know if J.K. Simmons is the most slept on actor, but he just appears in in a lot of movies I like comparatively to other actors. He just seems to be in things that I like.
Yeah, he's in a lot of good movies, and he
kid stuff too.
Yeah, he manages to keep up like a, oh God, okay, just a sec, I'll come back to that. He manages to keep up like a really strong presence in pop culture without being like too egregious about it.
And what did John Malkovich do? Be a little idiot? I don't have any problem with John Malkovich. I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry to the friends and family and person of John Malkovich.
So I opened up.
Oh wait, hold up! I'm getting a call.
Oh
wait, viewers, who's it from? Oh shit, no way. And this is where you cut to the segment so that I can share this cool thing that I got with only the viewers and not you.
Okay.
Hello, podcast listeners. Jesus, there's a FedEx truck here. Anyway, you're probably listening to this because I'm late for recording. After I told Noah I would meet him to record at a certain time, and I didn't do that. I'm going to be there soon. But you might be wondering, why are you late? Because I was going to go to the store because I needed to get some stuff for breakfast tomorrow. Otherwise, I know I'd regret it after I was done recording because I had to go to bed. But I found this. And this is why I'm late, because I had to buy this. It's a discount Dollar General Zippo that says fishing is calling you. What would you do? Damn. That's it. Alright, I need to go record. Ha ha ha, what a good one.
I wish I knew what it was.
Bit.
So
it wasn't John Malkovich, by the way. That would have been a weird thing to have worked in.
That would have been insane to work in. That's why you just like keep doubling down on John Malkovich the whole time.
Because I had a whole bit prepared about John Malkovich. They actually made a movie about that. It's called Being John Malkovich.
What happens in it?
You get to be John Malkovich.
Holy shit, no way.
Only once.
Damn, that's exciting. So I looked up Tomb Raider on Rotten Tomatoes just to see. And it's, you know, its rating is low and everything.
Let me guess, 28.
For which one?
Oh no, the first one?
20. Audience score is 47.
Was the second one better? Was there a second one?
Oh, a second Tomb Raider?
Yeah.
Oh, there's like 7 of them.
Oh no, is this a Scorpion King all over again?
It's lightly a Scorpion King. Let me check Wiki and let's see. Got the cast.
God, I love when a secret Scorpion King appears.
Sequel. Okay. Critical improvement. Okay, so it was less successful than the original. It looks like there's only a couple. This is surprising to me. Okay, yeah, there's only one other Tomb Raider movie, except for the reboot. Apparently, Tomb Raider, The Cradle of Life is better, but because it didn't make as much money, they never made another one.
Damn. So, we got robbed of a Scorpion King.
We did get robbed of a Scorpion King. But I was looking at, speaking of Scorpion King, I was looking at You Might Also Like, and you're never going to believe it, but The Mummy Returns is right there, which
no way
is the one
I do
with,
also like.
I believe that's the one with Scorpion King.
Dude, The Mummy Returns, I'm gonna be honest with you, scared me as a kid.
I think that's very reasonable, though. Honestly, if anyone said they were scared of the Mummy movies, it makes sense to me. They were weird movies.
Yeah, and not like as a teenager, as like a 6, 7, 8-year-old. They're very scary for a kid that young. I also feel like if I do a check on them, there's no way they're just like PG. Probably like PG-13.
PG-13
right?
For The Mummy Returns.
Okay. I just remember there was like, they were just like, I think it was one of the first times I just saw people dying on screen.
Yeah, but Brendan Fraser was in it, so it's okay.
I mean, it was like, it still went hard, don't get me wrong, but it was a little scary.
Another movie in the You Might Also Like tab, a personal favorite of mine, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. You ever see that one?
A beautiful movie, yeah.
Gorgeous movie.
One of the best that sucks in the best possible way.
I'm amazed that the critics think this is worse than Tomb Raider, because frankly, Tomb Raider is longer and less fun. Is it long? Wait, it might not be longer. God, it's shorter. Oh no.
Holy shit. I just got hit with an absolute bomb of a realization.
Oh no.
Do you remember the Mummy TV show? They made an animated TV show for the Mummy.
No.
Back when like every movie was getting an animated TV show, like when they had the Mummy Quest for the Lost Scrolls, and it's like, I'm remembering it. Holy shit. I remember this garbage.
Oh my God, look at this. It's well rated on Amazon. Oh, wait, no, this could just be product quality. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
it's well rated on Rotten Tomatoes. Audience score is huge
it's a
on
kid's
this.
Show. It's got to be better than the movie, right?
I would,
because the movie wasn't bad, but let's see, what's the movie got? 6.4, and The Mummy Returns, the TV show is 6.2. But I also think The Mummy Returns is way more respected than like Tomb Raider.
Yeah, oh, without a doubt.
They were like big deal movies when they came out.
Honestly, the Mummy franchise, it wasn't until the Mummy went to like China and did the whole like terracotta soldier thing.
They definitely lost the plot a little bit.
They
and it was also like 10 years later.
Really hard.
Yeah. And it was even that wasn't awful. It just wasn't the same.
Yeah.
But the first Mummy movie and the second one too, like the computer graphics were pretty cool for like 2000, 2001.
Oh, without a doubt.
And like the scale of the movies, they were like, they felt big. They felt like really big adventures. I feel like you don't get that in a lot of movies anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not nearly as often.
Like it was a true like hero on an epic quest, just like fighting zombies and making friends with like the other cool people in the area and just like going to the mummy tomb. Now granted, like there are like awful sociocultural implications to the idea of the mummy, but that's not really important to the discussion.
It's really not.
Because like 2001, this was like, people were like, this is badass. I wonder if, wait, hold up. I wonder if 9/11 had anything to do with the reception of subsequent projects that were similar and why they changed direction. Because there was a lot of American fear-mongering towards the Middle East as an entire like area, including North Africa.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I wonder if that had something to do with the franchise going forward.
I wonder, that could be it. I'm wondering now if I went back and watched The Mummy, how poorly it would age.
I'm willing to bet there's some pretty culturally insensitive and culturally ignorant points in there.
Oh, without a doubt. I have always been a fan of his buddy Benny, I think, who, in trying to keep himself safe, pulls out a necklace with every religious icon on it and just starts reciting prayers.
Yeah, was he the, like... Because there was a couple characters, right? There was, like, Brendan Fraser, and then, like, Brendan Fraser's love interest, and then there was Brendan Fraser's love interest's brother, obviously the mummy. But didn't they kill the guy with every religious thing?
They did. Yeah, no, because he made it to the very end of the movie and was going to get away, kind of. But he got too greedy.
Doesn't he, like, betray him or something?
Yeah, he betrayed him, like, a few times. But he ends up getting too greedy and gets stuck in the tomb when it starts to close up because his pockets are, like, full of gold. And he gets eaten alive by those beetles.
What a good metaphor. If you are greedy, I'll feed you to beetles.
So true. It's just what happens.
Yeah, I remember being a kid, like the Beatles going under the skin. I was like not really into that.
Oh yeah, no, my sister 100% hated that. It freaked her out really, really hard. I was not allowed to watch the movie because of that. And of course,
you were a little older at the
as
time.
a grown-ass man of what, probably like 15, was like,
Yeah.
Can't believe people don't think that, or I can't believe my child sister thinks that this is scary.
Can't believe my 5-year-old sister is like, actually, that man getting a bug in his skin that eats his brain out is not very nice to see.
Exactly.
What
Like,
an idiot.
literally.
Oh, what a loser. I'm 5. I don't want to see people die. Who gives a shit? What's next? You can't even watch Wallace and Gromit Curse of the Were-Rabbit? Turning calendar to 1984. So true.
Love that. I'd love to check out Curse of the Were-Rabbit again, speaking of.
No, dude, come on.
Yeah, you know what?
Edge could be listening.
Edge could be listening.
That's not okay.
Were-Rabbit.
Ah,
Were-Rabbit.
dude, stop.
Eating carrot noises.
That's so fucked up. He does eat carrots. You sounded just like him. What's your take on Wallace and Gromit Curse? I feel like you were gonna drop a hot take and then you
No, I just really like
you
Wallace
started
and
scaring
Gromit.
people.
You know?
I mean, I don't know. I wasn't really like Wallace and Gromit pilled as a child. I kind of like Shaun the Sheep, if anything, a little bit more.
Shaun the Sheep was good. Shaun the Sheep came in after I had been
think it was
very
later,
established
yeah.
with like Wallace and Gromit.
Your mind was made up.
Yeah, and I think honestly part of it was just like, oh yeah, Shaun the Sheep, that's the version for kids. Unlike me,
So true.
a grown man who watches Wallace and
Watches
Gromit.
Wallace and Gromit. No thank you. I'll actually be watching Wallace and Gromit. Shaun the Sheep is for babies.
So true. Controversial things I used to believe for 400, please.
Being a teenager is crazy.
It's weird the things that you decide are really important to like be opinionated on, you know?
Oh yeah, you gotta start taking a stand.
Exactly.
Because I feel like if you've never been a teenager and you start being a teenager all of a sudden, you gotta start like taking a stand.
But like you take the stand on like the weirdest
Yeah,
things.
you're not going all in. You're not about to just like really have a deep understanding of like anything political or spiritual. You might think you do, but you don't have like a deep understanding.
No.
So you start getting mad at like Twilight.
Yeah, you get mad at Twilight and you start arguing with your friends that Arizona iced tea is the best beverage in the world and they're stupid for drinking Starbucks.
That's so true. They are so stupid.
Mm-hmm. And I'm the only one brave enough to say it.
Thank God. People are afraid to speak their minds anymore. Everything's been too wokeified. Am I right, Noah?
Mm-hmm. Too much wokeness is ruining me being a bigot.
Yeah, it's so hard to be shitty anymore.
Now there's accountability, and they say that I can't be rude. Did you know that the woke left doesn't want me to yell at teenagers who are flipping burgers anymore?
The woke left told me to stop hitting on Walmart employees.
They're so wrong for that.
George Orwell predicted this.
So did you ever, totally unrelated, did you ever play Fable 2?
Yeah?
I am playing it. I found that it does not exist on PC. I recently learned.
Where'd it go?
Well, I guess they never made it for it. But I did not find an emulator that worked, and I didn't find a version of it. I'm playing it a different way. On the Xbox 360, of course, like God intended. And I'm having so much fun revisiting one of like my big childhood games. I really did forget how fun it was. And it's really hitting for me.
I mean, it's one of those things where I just feel like Fable 3 ruined it so hard.
Yeah, no, it
that
really
like
did.
it was actually almost just not like I wiped everything else from my mind. Except for the fact that I do remember that the games went like 1 was good and felt like pretty in-depth and exciting. 2 felt a little less in-depth and a little less exciting, but still good. Mm-hmm. And like in a fun, different way. And then 3 just felt like the most bland, boring of the trilogy and with the least to do.
Right. Like, I think, let me double check. 1 might be on PC.
I think it is. Yeah, they did a remaster.
Oh, shoot. Is it 70% off right now? Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
that's a good deal.
I might pick this up. It's good until the end of the month.
How much is it?
It's
at that price point?
$10.49.
Wow. I mean, wait, how much is it regularly?
$35.
Damn. I get it. I mean, if it's the remaster, but like, damn.
And there's DLC.
Okay.
Heroes and Villains pack, Scythe content pack. I think these are just weapons and armor.
Are they like...
Oh my god, it's a $15 DLC that's just armor.
Yo, I'm about to be so good at the game from the start.
Oh my god. That's all that it is? This is hilarious. Well, I'm about to pick that up. And there's
All right, well, I'm glad we had this
there's modding
conversation.
DLC too, which is free. They don't charge me to mod my game. So that's pretty cool.
Thank God.
Nice. I liked Fable 2. I never played Fable, and I played half of Fable 3, and it was so goddamn bad that I never wanted to touch it again.
Yeah, it was really bad.
They took all the stuff that made Fable fun, and then they took them away and gave you just like garbage in its place. It's like, here, what if we dumbed the game down just a little bit?
Like, one of the only things to do for fun in that game was having sex with strangers. And that wasn't even like a fun thing to do. It was just one of the only things you could do in an interaction with anything in the world. Like, if you interacted with anyone, it was either like talk to them for 2 seconds and then they never repeat, like, then that's it. That's the dialogue exhausted. There is nothing else to get from this person unless they're one of 12 quest NPCs. Or have sex with them.
Now, I will say,
like, why was that your option?
I thought it was very fun to try and juggle having like one family in each town.
I can agree that is a funny thing to include, but it sucks when that's the only fun little mini game that you can make for yourself.
No, that's what I did in Fable 2, I should say. Fable 3, I didn't even get that far because it just was simply not enjoyable.
Fable 3 has this really cool thing in it where at the end of the game, you just have to make a whole bunch of decisions rapid fire, and that's like your gameplay for like 6 hours straight.
Are you kidding me?
And all the decisions affect the world around you, and you have to have a certain amount of money to like beat the game and get like an ending where your people don't all get murdered.
Wait, you need enough money to get the good ending?
Yes, and you have to do that by making decisions, and the decisions that give you money are always the bad decision, and the decisions that don't are always the good decision. So unless you just like farm making pies for 100 hours straight and then do 1,000,000 combats for like gold,
oh my god,
you have to just do a whole bunch of fucked up things to your town to beat the game.
Why?
It's good game design. It makes you choose between good and evil by having no fun, and it's not real. But also, if you choose to not do bad things and have not that much money, you will end up with everyone in the game world dying, and they just don't exist anymore. Fable 3 is ass.
Oh my god. Okay, so here's an article. Fable 3, evil is the new good, ? Spoilers in parentheses. And this is just a review of the game. Good ending. You kept your promises and got enough gold to defend Albion. Somewhat good ending. You kept your promises, but you did not have enough gold. Kind of bad ending. You did not keep your promises, but you did have enough gold. Bad ending. You break your promises and you didn't pay up.
That's amazing. I want to get that ending. I got the kind of good one where it was like, I didn't have enough money because I didn't want to fuck everybody over, but I also didn't want to like spend another 12 hours of game time grinding to get enough money to like save every single individual person, because it would have literally just added like 12 hours to the gameplay at least. So yeah, one of the options I remember was like kill an orphanage.
Oh my god.
And build a brothel, gain 1,000,000 gold, keep the orphanage and don't kill the kids, and then just don't have a brothel. And then you had to pay like 200,000 gold.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here, is that like, if you make bad choices, everyone hates you, but you make enough money that you save everyone and they decide they love you again.
Yeah, but the orphanage is still gone and the brothel exists in the game world. Like, the decisions persist.
Right.
It's just not a good design for an ending of the game. It's also not clear when things will happen. So
I love this. God, these are all miserable things. All the things people are talking about in the comments, like, make no sense, and they're just not good. And Nina just called me, and I don't know why. Speaking of getting phone calls.
They probably check. It's probably driving related, or maybe, right? That's what my instinct went to.
It is dinner related.
Oh, that's more fun.
Right after this, we're helping playtest Emma's... Emma has a TTRPG coming out. It's called All the Witches. If you follow her at all on Twitter, you've probably seen it. We get to be in the playtest team. We're going to be playing some magical sports because she already has 2 other playtest teams going along in a short term. And she's like, I really think I'm going to get combat down with them, but I'd love to be able to try out some weird stuff if y'all want to join that. And I'm like, hell yeah, why not? That's what we're doing tonight. Very excited.
I mean, TTRPG sports sounds fun. It's like a Blood Bowl situation.
Mm-hmm.
But not Blood Bowl, but you know.
I think it'll be fun because it's the idea of doing a TTRPG sports system. It does just make sense to me. It's like, oh yeah, I get that. That actually feels like it would all add up really smoothly.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see it in practice.
I don't know why my gut reaction was to ask you if you were going to win the Theater Kids Super Bowl.
I am. In fact, I am going to win the Theater Kids Super Bowl. Speaking of the Super Bowl, I'm so excited because Philly's chances are looking really good. I'm doing everything I can to not emotionally jinx them in my own heart, because just the idea of hanging out with Dave and the boys down in Philly while the Eagles are at the Super Bowl, I feel like Dave might just like pass out from excitement, and I really want to be there for that.
No way they make it.
I don't know, man. They've had a good season.
Yeah, but San Francisco is like hot as hell right now.
They're the real heroes.
They're the real heroes. Like, you can't beat the real superheroes.
So true. You really can't beat the real heroes, the real superheroes out there.
It would be great though to see
late 10s San Francisco 49ers roster.
It's so true though. They are the real superheroes. Real superheroes versus the Cincinnati Bengals. That's what I want to see. Joe Shiesty. They got a quarterback at Cincinnati named Joe Burrow, and he's like a really funny guy.
Nice.
He's just like me for real. The one game the commentators were digging on him because they were like, oh, he won like best dressed in the NFL, and he was iced out in like a don't give a shit style fit.
I do love that.
And like, you know, like sweatpants chic, but like looking fresh. And the commentators were like, aha, well, I see. I don't know why this guy wasn't best dressed in the NFL. I don't get it. And it's just like three guys in blue suits being like, I don't get it.
Oh, the NFL blue suit uniform.
Like, of course you don't get it. Because that's ice cold Joe Burrow.
I hate the blue suit fad. Like people who are like, oh yeah, a blue suit is good.
Navy. It's Navy.
Oh, I'm sorry, a navy suit. Personally, ass. I think it's ass. I think navy suits.
I think it should exist.
Oh yeah.
But I think that because it pervades everything, it like you can't do it. Then you're like hitting the bot, you know? Like you're just like that's just like the bottom echelon like suit. It's just it's the basic suit.
Mm-hmm. Like, I get not wearing a black suit, right? Like, a black suit's a little bit too much, but...
It's a little sad sometimes.
It just feels...
Obama tan suit?
Yeah.
Iconic moment.
I feel like people think about tan suits as being too casual, like this is just the suit that you wear when you're walking around outside type of thing, and I don't know why.
I think, like, who cares? A navy suit is no more formal than a tan suit. It's just colors.
Mm-hmm.
Be smart. Let people, like... shine bright, you know?
You know what?
Sparkle on. It's Wednesday.
I'm going to be brave. We need to let more people dress in Technicolor Saul Goodman suits.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to see more people fighting court cases in a baby blue suit.
Oh, hell yeah. Give me that robin egg. Really imagine my life. I can't imagine my life if I had to wear a suit every day.
I would not like that.
I just feel like I would lose so much of me. Like a suit every day just seems... I hate wearing clothes, you know?
Mm-hmm. Because I enjoy lightly dressing up. Like business casual, like light business
Nothing
dress.
wrong with that, you know?
I like that. That's fine. It gives me a distinct style to change out of when I get home. And a very distinct different look to have when I'm out. I like that.
And it's not that demanding of a look, though.
It's really not. Because we don't have any uniform police at work, outside of if you're clearly out of uniform, like you need to go change. I've been wearing Dickies gray work pants and pretending that they're slacks this entire time because they actually
are, though, right?
Well, that's the thing. They look close enough. The dress code is chino pants.
Oh.
And I don't want to wear khakis every day, if we're being honest. So I could also wear dress slacks. So instead, I wear Dickies work pants that are gray because they have the seam pressed into them. You know?
Yeah. I think that counts, though.
I think it counts. They take a beating way better than dress pants. And considering how much I have to move at work, I really do need to have clothes that can take a light beating.
See, that's the thing about like a suit. The part that does not bother me is the dress pants. Them shits is comfortable.
They're so comfortable.
They're so comfortable. But like a suit coat, not comfortable.
No, especially because
button up shirt with a tie, buttoned up all the way.
The armpit of a suit coat is down at like your belly button.
It's just always wrong. Even if you get a fitted suit on, it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be free. But the dress pants, very nice. Light. Almost like a sweatpants, honestly. Just a little chillier.
I guess. I actually don't care for sweatpants that much.
Really? What do you wear if you're like just at home?
I wear, what do you call, PJ pants.
Okay.
Or shorts.
That's fair.
It's gym shorts or PJ pants, depending on how cold it is. Sometimes if I'm feeling real spicy, I just wear my boxers and a big bathrobe, which is, to be fair, the optimal way to go around.
Yeah, I mean, I personally, because like I live alone and like I don't have direct neighbors, I'll just be naked inside my house all the time. Because like, I don't know, it doesn't matter. I feel like some people are not a fan of that though.
I don't get it personally. I would much rather be like comfortable.
Yeah, I feel like that's also because I just love to be like wrapped in blankets though. So I usually like walk around with a blanket on. Like sometimes like in the winter for sure I just wear like pajama pants and a blanket and like a soft shirt. It's a classic.
I love a good soft shirt. I forgot.
But then sometimes I like just be around the house naked, and I sometimes like I record podcast episodes sometimes.
I would never know.
Allegedly, sometimes. Not now, or maybe now. Not last week.
See,
or maybe last week.
You never know. I forgot how uncomfortable shirts can sometimes be because I have been wearing nothing shirt-wise other than a robe over top of like a tank top or like a dress shirt over top of a tank top in long enough that when I put on a normal shirt, I'm like, oh, this is so scratchy. What the heck? And I don't know why.
Yeah, I hate like you have a wool problem. Do you like wool?
I love wool. I have like all my shirts are like full cotton, except for like, you know, these new clothes I've been moving toward for work and stuff like that.
So like I feel like I don't like wool with a t-shirt on very much. It can be a little scratchy, but I am always down for wearing wool. I just need like an hour to really warm into it.
Yeah, once I've had things on long enough, I don't notice anymore, you know? And even if I think about it again, it doesn't hit like nearly the same way it had, which is nice.
Yeah, like you can't even like manifest it back. But the first like half hour to an hour of wearing like a wool sweater with just like a t-shirt on, or like God forbid just wearing wool, good luck. Especially if it's like coarse wool. If it's like really tight, like I can see it working. Like socks.
I like socks.
I'm not a socks guy. If I'm anywhere I don't have to wear socks, I don't wear them. I think I've said multiple times before on the podcast, I am completely fine, if not happier, not having to wear shoes at all times.
Yeah, I don't like my barefoot outside. I'm not a huge fan of that.
I mean, it's just like, I think ultimately for me, I'm just essentially like a nudist who's not weird. Because like, I guess I just like I don't have a problem being naked, but I'm not going to be weird. Like, I'm not going to be like, I need to do this all the time and go to a colony. I just like don't want to wear shoes outside.
You're not going to go to a colony and just not wear shoes all the time? Come on. It's like you're not even committed to the no shoes.
I just do that at home in the summer. Yeah,
oh
I'm
my
not.
God.
That's the point. I think
can't
it's
believe
weird.
it. You're in a colony?
An ant colony. And Nicki Minaj is the queen.
So true.
Who's your favorite female rapper?
I don't Snow the Product.
I like Rico Nasty.
You know what? I guess I'm not surprised to hear you say that.
Who's your favorite overall rapper? I'm a big fan of this guy named Tom McDonald.
Tom McDonald, honestly,
dude, he spits truth all the time.
Tom McDonald is like the goated rapper, though. You can't say that he's
Tom
not.
McDonald is 30% of my graduating class.
He might be more than 30% of my graduating class, and that's very sad to think about. Tom McDonald, he's just like, he's so brave. He says what we're all too afraid to say, and he's definitely like, not really
things that
stupid.
Suck. Yeah, he says things that I always think, like dumb things and things that are wrong. But then he says them out loud, so it vindicates me in thinking shit that sucks.
So true. Thank God I have someone else to say the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life so that I don't have to say it.
He gets Sigma males like me who just want to be mean to people but don't have the balls to just be outwardly racist. Just say it so people can beat you up already.
Right?
Like,
stop sharing some weird Tom McDonald video about the New World Order bringing pronouns to your home and just
He tried, dude. The New World Order came to my house, and he was like, "I'd love to give you a pronoun," but I said no.
So brave. That's so brave of you to say no to the New World Order.
Yeah, they tried to give me a pronoun burger with soy cheese.
No, not a pronoun burger with
see,
soy
the thing
cheese.
is, like, dude, no one in the audience is even laughing, dude. It's like I can't make a joke anymore. Oh, sorry. Pronoun burger with soy cheese was funny, but people are just too sensitive these days. And it's not that my jokes are bad and I'm out of touch. Thank you guys for coming out to this. It was a bit. I didn't mean that.
You know, I think...
I was actually joking about how much conservative comedians suck.
See, I think everyone might have thought that you actually meant that Tom McDonald is a cool-based guy and that you weren't being sarcastic.
Yeah. Based on my track record of the things that I care about, I think it's reasonable to assume that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot that there was an original question. I just kind of jumped into that bit. Oh, man, it sucks to see people... I mean, you didn't go to a public school, but, like, it sucks to see people, for me, that were, like, in my high school that I didn't even know, and, like, who admittedly, if I were to not see them post on Facebook, like, the dumbest shit, or, like, not hear about it from my friends, it's like, yo, here, this person did this dumb thing, I would have completely forgotten about, but instead they just went on to be, like, really shitty people.
Mm-hmm. No,
like,
I still have that.
Like,
there's, like, people who I'm lightly connected to from the homeschool co-op I used to go to.
And you're like, what happened, man?
And, oh, man, they got some shit trash opinions.
Like our flat Earth friend.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
good old flats.
I don't even need to say that I use the term friend loosely anymore.
Yeah.
I've said it every time for the last million years.
Good old flat Earth
like
punchline.
Our flat Earth friend. Sometimes people just like get really dumb.
Yeah.
And it's sad to see because it's like you know where it's coming from. You can see the route that takes people there.
Mm-hmm.
It's dumb isn't the right word.
It's funnier
because it's not
watching.
It's
them.
easier to say dumb and just write it off.
Yeah.
And not feel guilty and sad.
100%.
But like truthfully, I don't actually think that's what it is.
I think it's funnier watching people like that think these things sit here with like their full chest saying, "Oh yeah, you guys are going down the crazy path.
Oh yeah,
you're
dude,
wild.
I love it.
You don't know what you're talking about." And it's like, my guy, are you sure about that? Have you listened to what you are saying? Not to be that guy, but man, people say some like, dumb shit.
Just like say that thing you just said again.
Yeah, say it a little bit
think
louder.
about it. And think about it the whole time you say it. Think about every word.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's a good few of those from my high school. The weirdest thing about high school is also just the number of people that like I have just forgotten because and I was literally going through my yearbook just yesterday with a friend of mine because we were just like bored and we were like waiting for like the next like football game to start. So we were just like going through the yearbook and I was like, holy shit, I forgot like half of these people. And not in like a mean way, like they suck, but like most of them like, yeah, we weren't really friends. And like I don't know what they're up to now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so strange to me that a lot of those people, I would like look at them and be like, oh, I feel like I'm tangentially aware that they're still really into high school, which is crazy because like in just a few weeks, I'm going to be 26 and like, I can't imagine still caring about high school, but some people are thoroughly still on it.
Really weird to me. I don't know.
Yeah. Like it's not like life is not a Disney Channel original series. This is not like any of that. Just go do cool stuff now. Or at least don't beat yourself up for imperfections that you had 8-9 years ago. Kind of grow and change.
Mm-hmm. I like am so happily away from the person I was then. I can't imagine wanting to. I guess though sometimes people think that they did their best work then.
That's true. That's like the thing that I'm saying. Like it's okay if that's where you're kind of at, but don't do that.
Yeah.
Like forget about that shit. Do something cool.
I cannot imagine myself like thinking, oh yeah, that was when I peaked. Like not to be like
I will die at my
haven't
zenith
peaked yet, but like I don't know, man. I can't imagine like resigning myself to that.
I love the response to that because you were like, not to say that I haven't peaked yet, and I'm just like, I will never peak. I will peak when I will die at my zenith. I will pass away at the best I've ever been.
That's probably true. As long as you keep like changing and growing as a person, you will, right?
Oh, like not to get like 100%, like not to get too sappy, but like, yeah, As long as you're growing and becoming a better, like a more of a person that you want to be, then you're going in the right direction.
Yeah, it's good to change.
And if you're like growing and not in a way that you want to, that doesn't mean you peaked. It just means you gotta start growing the way that you want to again. And you'll be there. You'll be at your best before you know it, and then it gets better every day. And some days it doesn't, but then it gets better again. It's like the stock markets or something.
So true. Stock
they
markets
just go up
get
eventually.
Better. I reconnected with my my tattoo artist, Jess. We've had them on before.
It's so true.
Because I'm looking to get one of my tattoos covered up that they did on me. Because the tattoo itself is it's very Christian in nature. The band that it's a reference to is like super Blue Lives Mattery, and like, you know, all things in all, I
was just listening to that band the other day for the first time in like a decade.
Which band?
Just to be like, holy I think the one you're talking about.
I don't... Impending
Maybe.
Doom?
No, not Impending Doom.
No, yeah.
Krampus. You can't be here right now.
Yeah, not that band.
Krampus,
I don't know
stop.
what band you're thinking of, unless you're talking about Trapped.
Krampus, stop! Oh, dude, I love Headstrong.
Headstrong.
They're gonna take you on. Wait, was Trapped a Christian band?
They were not, no. No, they're just super
I was like, no,
right-wing.
wait.
They were
Are they? You know
so
what?
right-wing
Yeah,
they got
of course.
kicked off of
they
the
were.
We Love Cops tour that Five Finger Death Punch was also on.
Why?
Because they were so racist and shitty.
Damn. They were too racist for the cops?
Yeah.
I mean, they probably weren't actually. It was likely a PR thing. The cops were probably like, hell yeah, we love that. Headstrong, I'll take you on. That song, it was about, nothing good.
Just about being headstrong.
He'll take on anyone. How can he be racist? He'll take on anyone.
You know what? I want to look up the lyrics because I actually can't think of what these words are outside of... Let's see. There's the chorus. Okay. It looks like...
Were you a Guitar Hero hater?
I was not a Guitar Hero hater.
Okay, cool.
Guitar Hero was a good time. I liked it, and it
Guitar Hero
introduced me to
was
a lot of
awesome.
music I enjoyed.
I just know we were talking about being like a hater as a kid, and I feel like sometimes haters that played instruments were like, I hate Guitar Hero back in the day. That was a fairly common sentiment.
Yeah, no, because I was a rock music guy that didn't land in the just learn to play a real instrument forehead camp. I enjoyed Guitar Hero because it's like, yeah, this is just fun.
Yeah, and there were some bangers on there.
So it looks like the song Headstrong is just about a man who's aggressively bullying someone for having dreams that they're not manifesting because they're not a big enough asshole to fight everyone.
Holy shit, dude, that's so brave of them to sing about. Because some people don't manifest their dreams enough. And when they don't do that, you need to beat them up instead of talking to them.
Because maybe I'm missing the point here.
As long as the song's not that deep, it makes me feel not bad for singing Headstrong, I'll suck you off.
That one's really good. It honestly
I
might
love
be
doing
better
that.
than the
That's a great
original.
bit. Headstrong, I'll suck you off. Headstrong, I'll suck off anyone.
Okay, so I went on to
That's
Genius
so much
just
better
to see
than
if
the
there were
original.
lyric analyses on this song, and I gotta say, for Trapped's most popular song, like not even like it's not even close. It's by an insanely wide margin. It looks like no one really knows what this is about other than maybe it's about like someone who like it's either a bandmate who left. Okay, it could actually be that this song is about a bandmate who left the band. It's just
You'll take him on?
It's just a song shitting on the guy.
Mr. Trapped is going to take him on.
Mr. Trapped is
That's
going to take
crazy.
him on, and anyone else.
Yeah, it's almost like if someone's like, hey man, I don't want to make music with you anymore, and your response is, well, I'm going to write a song about beating the shit out of you. Maybe you were like a bad person to make music with.
Yeah.
Call me crazy, but like if that's your response, yeah, maybe you kind of suck. What were you going to get your tattoo covered up with, by the way?
Oh, I don't know yet. I have
no.
no plans. All that I was going to say was that, what do you call? We had a nice conversation about like growing in who we are as people.
Yeah. And then I sang Trapped, but about sucking people off.
Yeah. Hey, that's the podcast experience.
growth.
That's just
That's
what we
growth.
do here.
You should get your tattoo covered up with like a big ass wizard.
A big wizard right on my forearm.
Yeah.
Fucking 10-inch tall wizard on my forearm.
Yeah. And your tattoo is dark, right?
Yeah. So it's got to be
Perfect.
something big and bold that's going to cover it.
He can have like a huge scepter, like bigger than him.
So true.
Wait, what if you
idea.
just got what if you just got like a really dark black fridge?
Honestly, I was thinking just a big black rectangle.
What about a big black fridge, which is basically a rectangle with like a few lines that differentiate it?
I like that idea. Big Nina, you're just in time. Oh my gosh. Okay, Nina gets to weigh in on this. Nina, we're planning my tattoo cover up. We're thinking on my arm here.
Yeah.
It's gonna either be a big wizard or a big black fridge.
A fridge?
A fridge.
Those are my ideas.
Yeah, those are Jackson's ideas.
Because you can make a black fridge and it would like blend in.
Wizard,
and people would be like, "This guy loves
like
refrigerating."
Wandering, right?
Yeah, if he's upside down.
Like a huge, like a massive scepter with a huge
Jackson's
orb to
saying-
ponder.
Above his head.
Jackson says massive scepter, but Nina's pointing out, what if he? Oh my God, I'm gonna get Goku doing a fucking spirit bomb. We got it.
You should get. What if you got Goku doing the Harlem Shake?
Goku doing the Harlem Shake is a much better idea.
That is okay. One Dragon Ball tattoo.
Okay, Nina has conceded I'm allowed one Dragon Ball tattoo before divorce, and it's Goku doing the Harlem Shake.
That's so cool.